Hello guys, my name is Kiminek, welcome to this new video, and today I'd like to talk a bit about this. And also make a sequel to this. As you might know, I've been making World of Tanks YouTube videos for a year and a half. It's quite a long amount of time if you think about it. However, I learned a lot about the game's community throughout this time, and the sad thing is that when I started to compare this game's community to other games' communities, I realized that this is one of the dullest, most boring and most one-sided game communities I've ever got to see. Well, one-sided, more precisely two-sided, as the majority of YouTubers can be put into two different bins. The bin containing editors and the bin containing commentators. The bin with commentators has, well, commentators, which use voice as the primary source of entertainment in their videos. They usually got some gameplay running in the background and they talk about what's happening there. This gameplay might be either theirs or somebody else's. They also barely ever edit, if at all. But if they decide to edit something, the edit looks rather bland and boring, and same goes to their jokes, which are usually pretty lame. And they obviously know it, so majority of commentators leave them out altogether. Jingles is an exception in this regard. However, they'll teach you a lot about the game itself. Whether it's a tank you want to play for a long amount of time, newly added map or mechanic, or maybe even wargaming screwing something up once again. It doesn't matter what the thing you want to know is, cause they'll be the first one to make a video about it, that's containing all of the information that you need to know. Then you get the polar opposite of the commentators, which are the editors. Their videos are way more fun to watch, but also way more difficult to make, since the majority of them rely on, well, edit to catch your attention, as the editors do not use their own voice in their videos. Well, in most cases at least. Their videos also give you no impression of how a tank might feel like to play, and are worthless if you want to just learn something about the game and improve yourself. And thus, their videos are made solely for you to laugh at some dumbass idiots falling off of cliffs thinking that they are gonna kill somebody. So, which one of those am I? Well, the answer is neither and both. I'm in the middle. Now that wouldn't be much of a problem in the other games, since they got plenty of such YouTubers, but here, nah, I'm one and only. I'm the one and only idiot making such videos. Well, when I first began with my videos, I was thinking about an original way of making videos that no one else uses. I found it, but at first I didn't know why no one else makes them. I didn't even give a thought about that. I was just happy I can make something original. Eventually, however, I had a sad moment of realization of what I've done. No one makes this kind of videos, not because they simply didn't think of it, but rather than that because the game just isn't made for it, isn't good for it. For this type of videos, you have to find clever ways of describing common household items such as a fucking grenade or in, let's say, League of Legends, you can talk about the appearance of champions, their abilities, emotes, buffs, nerfs, memes. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, and every champion is completely different, so we always begin with a blank canvas. But in World of Tanks, you get like 3 things you have got to constantly talk about: gun, speed, and armor, and that's well, not entirely, but you get the point. This game has a lack of things that you can talk about, and this makes this kind of videos just unsustainable. Making them feels like writing a book, but you can only use 100 words. Yeah, it's fun at first, you will be finding creative ways of finishing sentences and so on, but eventually everything will seem same to you and you will lose motivation. Same goes to my videos. At first I loved World of Tanks and making videos, so I combined it and boom! I made a big video every single week without any problems. I could literally spend all day long, like 12 hours a day, just sitting behind my computer and making videos. That's how much I loved it. Eventually, while I wasn't even remotely close to running out of ideas for new videos, I've already described the guns, armors, and speeds of different tanks so many times and in so many different ways that I couldn't think of new ways of describing them. This led to me repeating the same old jokes, hoping you wouldn't notice it, but I, as a creator, was suffering from the consequences. And the fact that my World of Tanks account was stolen helped nothing at all, and well, yeah, I came back. It wasn't the same as before. I had no tanks, I had to do everything again. It was like watching a couple hundred episodes long TV series that you have already watched twice again. Not fun at all. That's what it was like to me. So obviously in April of 2017 I stopped playing the game altogether for like 2 months straight. Eventually, however, I found that my YouTube channel was built around World of Tanks. Everyone was watching World of Tanks and refused to watch anything else. So I came back again and made videos from a game which I gradually hated more and more. This led to me hating not just the game, but even making YouTube videos in general. This video was the result of my desperation. But now, half a year later, the situation has only been getting worse. And I always thought, I can do it, I can finish it, whenever I've been editing my videos. It was no longer a hobby, but a slow grind I began to hate. Just take a look at my 2 latest videos. Both of them were made while I was literally dreaming of making videos from our games and regretting my previous decisions. This is why the edit was so good looking. This is why they were so flashy. But both of them took longer than 2 weeks to be made. Not because they had like better edit or anything. The edit had nothing to do with it. I would be capable of editing it with the same time as I would any other video. But what happened was that I just looked at the screen, saw this trash ass game, and I was instantly demoralized. I didn't have the will, the motivation to keep myself editing, and I just kept Premiere open all day long while in reality I was watching 9gag or YouTube videos or whatever else came through my browser. But now, since I've seen many other YouTubers doing a similar kind of a thing, I decided to quit this game. If you truly enjoy my humor, you won't really care about the game I play. You'll only care about the quality of my videos. But if you are here just for the fact that I made World of Tanks videos, well, I'll keep on making them, but in far lesser quantities. If that goes against you, just quit my channel. I'm not holding you here, but neither will you hold me playing a game I fucking hate. So though, don't waste your time watching content you don't care about seeing, if you can spend the time watching something or doing something that you like. This is one of my rules since the day number 1. Everybody has their right for their own opinion, and while I may not like it, and will try to make you see through my own eyes, which usually doesn't end out well, I let you be with enough room to breathe. So much room in fact that I start taking away from my own and start suffocating, and I won't let that happen. Now, I'm well aware of the risk which this action might have on my channel, but in my opinion this change is far better than quitting YouTube altogether. Still though, I pray for the best. But right now, this is gonna be the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed the video, which I highly doubt, and I truly hope that I'll see you next time. Bye.